How are you doing? Just your average schmo back once again. Just got done streaming the Korn Monumental concert. Technically, it wasn't a live. I mean, obviously, when they were filming it, it was live. But at the time it was actually being broadcast, it wasn't, from what I understand, a live concert. They actually did it, I'm guessing, maybe like the night before because it was dark in the video, and it was being streamed from Las Vegas. So, you know, I'm in Ohio, so if you do the math, it would actually be earlier in the day in Las Vegas at this time. So it wasn't a true live stream event, but it was a global streaming event. They did this concert, and it was impressive. I admit. I mean, they had a full stage set up, a big LED background screen, and top-notch production, which is again, it's amazing because they weren't really playing with a live audience. There have been bands that have done like live stream events here recently, and they do it a little more low key because of production wise. They haven't been touring. Maybe they haven't been pulling in a revenue that they normally would if they were touring. So it makes sense. They're not going to spend all the money to do a full big production, stage production and so forth like they normally would. They do something a little more low key, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they're still playing the music. It's still, you still get to enjoy it. But Korn didn't. I mean, they had the whole thing put up, and it was a good show. It's a good show. I will say, I think I'm going to look into maybe upgrading my. I mean, I really don't want to pay the extra money each month, but I think I really need to look at upgrading my internet to a little bit higher speed, because I have basically just the basic service. I might need to upgrade it, because there was a couple of times when it kind of lagged a little bit, or it kind of stopped for a second, and then when it came back, you could tell it was that much later. I mean, not like minutes or anything, but like 15 or 20 seconds that I kind of missed. But I'll look into that, see, maybe I'll upgrade it, get a little bit faster internet service. But right now, what I'm here to do is a unboxing of the Horrorpack. And I got another little bonus item that I want to show you that almost kind of falls in with horror. And you'll get what I mean when I show it. And I think I'll actually show that item first, and give kind of a precursor of what I think my next video is going to be. So let's do that first, and then I'll tell you about Horrorpack. So here is, well, to give you a little background, my parents called me the other day. They know that with my business and the old treasure aisle that I go through. I buy a lot of mystery boxes. I buy a lot of like customer return, overstock, liquidations, and so forth and so on. And they know I know a little bit about reselling and items, collectibles, and stuff like that. They had a bunch of old vinyl records that were, some were theirs. I actually found a few of them when I went over there. I think were mine. Some original like Disney vinyl. I think I had one for like the soundtrack to Pete's Dragon, and I can't remember what the other one was, but yeah, there was a couple that I remember listening to when I was little. But there was also a number of them that were from my grandparents. So there was a lot of like band albums, and like big band, or like orchestral type. Also like Lawrence Welk, stuff like that. Those. I mean, I'm sure there are still people out there that listen to that. The older generation probably still do. But I didn't see those as being ones that would really sell. So, I kind of left them and told them, the best thing would be maybe just to donate them to Goodwill or something like that. People might pay, $1 for them or something like that, and then it goes to the cost. But I did go through and see, which ones I thought there might be a kind of a following for, ones that might sell, and some that might actually sell for a decent amount. Case in point, there's a couple Johnny Cash albums, some Elvis. There's also a very special one of John F. Kennedy. Yes, President John F. Kennedy. An album that features all of his speeches. So I know there's a lot of people out there that really thought the world of John F. Kennedy, not only as a person, but as president. And that might be something that someone might be interested in. But so all those albums will eventually be going on to my Mercari. I told my parents what I would do is I'd put them on Mercari, sell them through there, and then I'd just, once I cash it in, I'll give them the money, of course. But there's a number of album sleeves that actually didn't have the records in them, which one of them I got right here, and when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, I know that guy. I didn't realize he ever did music. Well, there we go. David Naughton. Now, any horror fans out there will know immediately why I said this has got kind of a horror tie-in with it. In case you don't know, David Naughton was the main star of the incredible, probably in my eyes, one of the best werewolf movies ever made, American Werewolf in London. So I saw this. It don't have the record in it. We didn't see the record anywhere. But rather than throw this away, I thought, you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to hold on to it. Because on the off chance he does like a convention or something like that, I'm going to take this thing and get it signed. And then I'll frame it. So, I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, and now, under the tape, so let's get that out of the way. Horrorpack. If you don't know what a Horrorpack is, it is either a Blu-ray or DVD subscription service monthly. You pay one price, you get 4 Blu-rays or you get 4 DVDs. The Blu-rays are $24.99, free shipping in the continental United States. DVDs are $19.99 a month with free shipping in the continental United States. What's great about these movies is they can be big releases, they can be independent releases, they can be releases that you've never actually heard of before. They can be ones that went to the theater, they can be ones that went straight to Blu-ray or DVD. Each month it also has a limited edition one. What that means is that either it's a movie that was released, but they do something special with it as a limited edition one for Horrorpack, or it is in fact a movie that you can only get through Horrorpack. And the great thing is if you're really into horror, which I am, but finance-wise, I can't do this right now, you could actually subscribe to both the Blu-ray version and the DVD version, and you would get essentially 8 different movies each month, because they don't do the same ones for the Blu-ray as DVD. That's kind of cool too. They come in this nice little box, perfect size box, which I'll actually hold on to because I do ship a lot of stuff. So. And then when you open that box, they come in a nice bubble mailer. So, let's dive in and see what the first horror Blu-ray is. Alright, first one we got Resident Evil Degeneration. This is the animated one. I think this is one of the... actually one of the later movies they did in Resident Evil. Especially the animated ones, but I think just even with the live action movies, I think this is one of the later ones they did. Print's too small for me to see the date on it. I might actually have this one. I'll have to go down and look. If I do, if I already have it on Blu-ray, then this will be on my Mercari. If I have it on DVD, I'll keep the Blu-ray and then sell my DVD. If I don't have it, then obviously I'll just be keeping this one. But there we go. If you're a fan of Resident Evil, check out Resident Evil Degeneration. Number 2. There we go. Get to where the glare is gone off of it. Trick. Always choose treat. See, it's got Omar Epps in it, Ellen Adair, Christina Reyes, Jamie Kennedy, John Atkins, or Tom Atkins. Yeah, Tom. Oh, I know Tom Atkins. Yeah, I actually got a little mini poster, movie poster, down at my bar from The Fog, the original Fog, that's signed by Tom Atkins. So, and this is from the director of My Bloody Valentine. So, some known names in there. Trick. Number 3. We've got The Last Exorcism Part 2. Unrated edition from the producer Eli Roth and the producers of Dawn of the Dead. I don't think I've actually seen the first part of The Last Exorcism. At least I don't remember it. This should be pretty good, though. All kinds of creepy. And the last one, number 4, should be the limited edition one. Here we go. And this is called Muck. Horrorpack limited edition Blu-ray. Trying to get a little close here. Got some scantily clad female on there. Back of it looks kind of... I have no idea what this is about. I'm guessing Muck comes into play somehow. Oh yeah. There we go. That's the limited edition one out of the set of 4. I'll be looking forward to eventually checking all those out. I've got so many movies that I have not watched yet. I mean, I could probably literally sit and binge watch movies for 4 or 5 days. Literally 24 hours a day, 4 or 5 days straight, to get through the ones I haven't opened and watched yet. Just not enough hours in the day. But, because I work so damn much. But yeah, that'll give me something to do. And hey, there's always retirement, right? Eventually I'll have plenty of time to just sit around and watch horror movies. But, not for now. Now it's going back to the daily grind, Monday to Friday. So you make a paycheck, and that's how you're able to get wonderful things like the Horrorpack subscription service. So I will leave a link below to Horrorpack. Be sure to go check them out if you're a horror movie fan. You can't go wrong. Like I said, $24.99 for 4 Blu-rays. Come on. I mean, you basically $25. Say you're paying like what, $6.25 per Blu-ray. You can't beat that price. I mean, you'd be lucky to find actually really good movies in the bargain bin at most places as far as Blu-rays. And these are all horror movies. So, and I would guess, obviously, you know, this is, like I said, limited edition. This might be one that the only place you could get this, at least in Blu-ray form, is through Horrorpack. You might be able to actually see this movie, you know, like streamed someplace. But if you actually want the Blu-ray, I'm old school. I like having the actual physical Blu-rays, because if the internet goes down, then you're fucked, right? But as long as I got power, I can always pop in a Blu-ray in my PS3 and watch. This one, I remember seeing the last Exorcism at, I mean, I didn't go see it at the theater, but I remember seeing that it was released in the theater, but I don't know if that was part 2. Did they maybe, was it like an extra long film at the theater, and maybe they made it into 2 parts or something on Blu-ray? I don't know. Trick, I believe that was at the theater, and I don't think this was. It might have been. I do remember there was an animated one, a Resident Evil, that played in theaters, but I'm not sure if it was this one or not. Huh? But that's it. That's all I got for right now. As always, everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, and look out for yourself, you know, and those around you. You know, if we all do our part just a little bit, it goes a long way, let me tell you. You know, in this day and age, with as crazy as things can get, you know, it never hurts to be, you know, to kind of look out for someone, or to have somebody looking out for you. And it don't have to just be family or friends. You know, just think, you know, if just strangers, you know, maybe you don't know your neighbor. Maybe you don't talk to your neighbors on a regular basis. I mean, I know my neighbors by name. And you know, if I'm outside or something, you know, we say hi, how you doing? But do we take, you know, big conversations or get together and all like that? No. But you know what? I still keep an eye out for them. You know, I still keep an eye out on, you know, when I'm out and about, if I notice something weird, you know, around their houses, or something sketchy or something, you know, I do my part to make sure everything's all right. Yeah. Like a good neighbor, right? That's a slogan from somewhere. Ooh, I better be careful. Better yet, we'll just say, well, that's what good neighbors do. How's that? So, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Take it easy. And stay tuned, because I will be doing a video showing off some of the albums that my parents were looking to get rid of, and that I will be selling on my Mercari as soon as I get. I'm actually going to order some vinyl LP shipping boxes. Make sure I have some of those on hand before I start listing them. But I will be doing a video so y'all can see some of the vinyl. If you like vinyl, I might have some that are up your alley. Like I said, there's a couple Elvis. There's Johnny Cash. I know there's a Johnny Paycheck album. Disney. There's a Three Dog Night. There's a few country ones. I don't remember what all was. I grabbed like 20 or 30 of them. So, keep an eye out. That's all I got. So, see ya.